Well, hey, Canterbury Gardens, and all those who have stumbled across this random video. I'm here with Daniel Garner. Some of you may remember who he is. But Daniel, why don't you quickly just remind everyone who you are and why you're in Tassie. We in Victoria have obviously had a few things on our minds, so some people in our congregation might have forgotten where you're up to in your journey. So why don't you just briefly remind everyone about what's going on with you?
Sure. So I'm Daniel, the son of Luana and Neil. So I've been attending Canterbury Garden for a long time, all my life. But this year, I've been studying at a college in Tasmania called Worldview, Bible College. So initially, I was here to finish a diploma that I started in bits and pieces last year, but as the year has progressed, it seemed wise, I guess, to extend that. So now I'm studying a Bachelor of Theology, for now still at the college in Tassie, so that's what that is.
Awesome.
And that's why I'm in Tasmania as opposed to stuck in my house in Melbourne.
Yeah, enjoying all those Tassie freedoms that we don't have, which is awesome.
Outside.
Yeah, so fun. We don't even remember what it's like. Anyways, moving on. So I guess, again, like this is probably a hard question, but if you're going to pick some of the things that God's been teaching you this year, what are some of the main things that kind of stand out to you in your mind?
Yeah, I think there's probably been like two major themes that have really stood out, even the past couple of years almost. The first being sort of identity and like the importance of knowing identity, like truly, just my own, but also God's. And the other one is the idea of, I guess, God's patience as opposed to mine. So I think this has been really particularly evident so last term, the term that I've just finished, had an Old Testament survey unit. So we looked at the first 5 books of the Bible, the Pentateuch, and then a few of the other writings as well. And because it's an overview unit, it was really about like the big picture. And you could see in that, those were like 2 key themes that came out for me in that. So particularly the book of Exodus is a really, really cool study of God's identity. That's where he teaches Moses what his name is and what it means. It's where he makes one of his first big declarations of who he is in Exodus 34.
Well, I mean, if that was a hard question, then this one's even harder. Do you feel like, obviously God sent you into this position, into studies and into Tassie. Do you feel like he's given you some clear direction of what this is all for on the way out? What do you think there?
So yes and no.
Yeah.
Yes, in the sense that I've known for a while that I will be heading into a form of ministry. I haven't necessarily known where, and in some senses I still don't. But it's become pretty clear, I think, that overseas mission is a step that lies sort of in the nearish future. So I've got a bachelor that I've started now, so that's probably another bit over a year and a half, sort of year and a half to 2 years that I'll still be studying. I'm optimistic.
Yeah.
But overseas missions does seem to be in the viewpoint. So I've been in discussion with WEC Australia. Some of you might know, some of you might not. We can talk about that another time. They're good. And we're in the really early stages of an application process there. That I have to go through their candidates training that I haven't already completed through the various bits and pieces I've done over time. But as for where that will lead specifically, I'm not sure I can reasonably give you an answer. And that's something that we're working through and Weck's aware of. But mission is certainly the end goal in a broader sense. Maybe not the end goal, but the next goal in a broader sense. Where and when, I'm not sure I could give you a concrete answer.
I suppose that's where the patience teaching comes in, right? You got to kind of wait for see where God reveals, right?
Yes.
That was a very well timed sigh. No, that's cool. Well, I mean, what are some of the ways that I guess we can be praying for you, other than maybe gaining the patience of a 7-year-old? But is there any other ways that we can be praying for you as a church in this time?
And then, in a more general sense, I mean, the patience is probably a good one. I still know, and it's like the more you learn, the more you realize that you have more to learn. And so there's finding that balance is really important, because in many senses, I guess none of us are ever going to be ready for what but so you can be too unprepared. So I guess if you were going to pray about anything in a broader sense, it would be that I continue to be open to learning what God is teaching, whether that's for the rest of the year here at Worldview or as I finish my bachelor. We're not even really sure what next year looks like, so I guess that's something else you can be praying for. Obviously, for those of you at Canterbury, you are aware that the situation in Melbourne is unpredictable. And that makes it hard to plan, I guess, where end up for me. So that's certainly something you can be praying for as well, is where the immediate next steps take us and how that all plays out. But in the interim, just praying for I guess the clear head and the awareness of what God is teaching and where He's leading in the immediate sense.
Cool, awesome. All right, well, thanks for sharing the prayer request, Dan, and just for giving us a general update. I know I can't speak on behalf of everyone, but we'll be praying for you in this time. And I guess hopefully you'll join us soon, but hopefully not in some ways, because you don't want to walk into our restrictions. So we'll leave that up to God. But thanks for joining us on this quick call. But is there any final words you want to say to the good people at CGCC?
Do the right thing. Don't get sick, then I can come back.
Okay, cool. All right, we'll take that message to heart. All right, Dan, well, thanks for that, and we'll chat to you later.